A festival like this is not free. It's not easy. And so one of the things we need to do is to thank our sponsors, our major sponsors. And of course, what I know, having been at this event last year and all of the other events, is that a lot of people are putting some coins and some paper money into the buckets. They are pulling out their phone or their card and they're tapping. And so everyone in this room, whether it's by virtue of being here or by giving a little bit of money, it's, you are contributing to the success of this festival. And if any of you would like to donate $5,000, I'd like to have you come up right now. And I've taken off my reading glasses so I can look people in the eye. Who looks like they've got $5,000? But I'm going to just tell you who our major sponsors are, because it's important to recognize them. Simply because without them, we have a really difficult time doing some of the things we need to do. So the City of Regina, Campbell and Halliburton, I never know whether to start with this or whether to put it here, but it's going to happen here because this is where we are. But I would like to also just remind us all, I'd like to recognize, and I'd like to kind of mention the fact that we are, of course, here on Treaty 4 territory, the homeland of many Indigenous peoples and the Métis, and I know that every day that I live in this place, and I live down the street, I don't live in this place, but I live down the street from this place and on this land, and I work and I teach and I raise my children, and I live and love and succeed and feel pain and feel joy and all those other things. I'm grateful to be doing it here on Treaty 4. So I just would like to remind us all, if we're not thinking about that where we are is a very special place and an important place, and we're very fortunate to be able to share it. Okay, my paper is all kind of ripped up. You'll notice also, I've been asked to say this during the course of the festival, that we have a digital 50-50 going. So if you're the gambling type but you don't like carrying around a pocket full of small red tickets, I like the small red tickets, but you can tap and get a little piece of paper coupon to be part of the 50-50, and the 50-50 helps us to raise some money. And watch out for those tip-tap machines and all of the wonderful helpers out in the community looking to try to empty your pockets of your extra money. So anyways, with that, I would like to pass it over to David. Is it David coming out?
Yes.
Yes, it's David coming out. I'd like to pass it over to David Carnegie, and thank you all and have a wonderful night.
Give it up for Rob, everybody. Yes, we're here. We're at the QCIB Arts Festival. It's the first annual Urban Optimization Conference and Networking Seminar. We're here. Oh, they said it couldn't be done, but we're here. We're doing it. So that's what's happening. What a turnout, you guys! This is awesome. This is like, wow. We are packed. It's like Scott Moe's ideal classroom size in here. We are ready to go. Nice. Hey, that's good. Right on. Hey, y'all came out here on a kind of a rainy day. You wanted to experience Regina, right? Right? Remember that garbage? Why is it always the city that rhymes with fun and never the city that is fun? Why did the people that market the town try to get people to come here? Why didn't they ever think of that? Maybe. I don't know, you guys. Whatever. That was a whole thing, and then remember that whole thing? And then it was like they did that like make Regina sexy, right? That was a show us here, don't do that. And then that's not good. But I just thought it was weird because they were trying to be all self-deprecating, like we rhyme with whatever, like we're just a little town, and they're like, but we're sexy too. It's like you can't be both. You can't be self-deprecating and sexy, right? It just doesn't work. I've tried. You gotta pick one. So I'm focusing on one. It's not the one you think it is. But that was an old thing, and an intern lost their job, so we must pay our respects. Can't take accountability for anything there. But we're in a new leadership now, right? We got a new mayor. That's good in town, right? We all voted for Chad, probably. I don't know. Sure. I have a hard time. Listen, it was hard for me to get my head around having a mayor, Chad, who doesn't drive a Pontiac Solstice. That was hard. I think that's a little shout out to to Novak there. This is a QCIB crowd. You probably were like, yeah, good. Let's fill that on your bingo card. Novak mention. Novak walked so Wyshynski couldn't run, you know? I mean, they both ran, but this is the conference we've been waiting for, you guys. We're going to confer. We've got some experts that are going to come up on this stage. My name's David Carnegie. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm just pumped right now. I'm a comedian, I guess, sometimes. I'm part of a local show, the Pass the Hat. You can watch that. Okay, great, cool. Hey, some of you have been to a show, Pass the Hat? Okay, sick, cool. These glasses are new. Okay, that's just for you. It's a monthly show, and it's at the Exchange. Typically, we've done some shows here. That's cool. We have a show this Saturday night, closing out the festival. Pretty lucky to be doing that. Yeah, that's gonna go. I don't know if I'm allowed to plug it. Probably, whatever. Doesn't matter. It'll be fun. What else are we gonna talk about? Anyways, you guys, this is gonna be great. I'm excited to be here. It feels like festivals like this. It feels like we're in a big city. You know? You know how we like to pretend we're a big city sometimes? We are, kind of, but you know, we're not. But it is fun. I've traveled to some big cities, and I kind of like it. I like I've been to Toronto, and they got like the bike share out there, you know, and that's pretty cool. I should preface this story by saying, does everyone here have a phone? Yeah, I don't have a phone. I've never owned a phone. I have, where is it? I have an iPod Touch. That's all I've ever owned. Not a bit, not a joke. It still works. As long as you have Wi-Fi, you know, it's a valid piece of technology, you guys. You know? It works. You're like, dude, how do your friends get a hold of you? Never been an issue for me, honestly. Never been a problem. Anyone here ever been broken up over text? Not this guy, you know? Thinking ahead. That's a lie. I haven't broken up over text. She had an iPhone, you guys. iMessage, okay? It's a valid piece of technology. The worst thing about it is, if I just stayed out of Wi-Fi, I'd still be in a relationship. Point is, so I go to Toronto and they got this bike share thing. I was there, a couple years ago, and it was a little different. You put the money into this station, and then you get a code, and you punch it in, and you unlock a bike, and you could bike wherever you wanted in the city, and then you could park that back in the same station or another station. Very organized in the big city. Not like this freewheeling e-scooter business, you know. And that was great, and I loved it. I thought it was so cool. But that was back, before that hoax or whatever. And then. I've been, as a reference to COVID, I don't believe, sorry, I should have. But I've gone more recently, and they've updated it, and now it's an app, because they assume that everyone has, right, which is not true, okay, not everyone does yet, but I found a solution. As long as I had Wi-Fi, I could get a code on the app, and then I had a 5-minute timer to get to one of these stations and unlock the bike. So, you're trying to tell me an iPod isn't good? I made it work. I was just like running around the city trying to collect Wi-Fi hotspots, like checkpoints in a video game, you know? So if I die, I can respawn at the Tim Hortons. You know how it works, right? Anyways, that's how I chose to live my life in the summer of 2023. Folks, what I'm saying is, life is like a video game. Regina is kind of like a video game when you think about it, right? Sure. Yeah, it's like a first generation video game. It's very simple. It's got a small map. It's familiar, We all know the shortcuts, the cheat codes, right? People try to improve the video game. It doesn't really work. Throw in that e-scooter mod. Crashes the system. Right? Someone's like, hey, what if we gave everyone in the game a home? And then City Hall's like, oh, can't compute, There's that firewall around. No, that was a couple years ago. Toronto is it's just a newer video game. It's a huge map, You don't know anybody. You see all these characters you've never seen before. Regina, you're like, oh, I've seen that guy before. You feel at home, right? Small video game. It's a difference. Whatever. Folks, we're rolling. We're here. We're playing in this, whatever level this is right now, of the video game of Regina. And we're going to try to improve it. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here at what is this? The first annual Urban Optimization Conference and Networking Seminar. Are we excited or what? It's been great to be here. I'll be here after, and if you stick around after this show, there's another awesome show, The Fringe Survivors, which sounds like the people who survived being anti-vaxxers or something, but it's not. It's like theater performers. It's the Fringe theater performers. It's not the Fringe, you know. It's fine. They didn't get forced to drink fluoride or anyways. Folks, too soon? Doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm off now. You guys, make some noise for the Queen City Improvement Bureau.
Live from the smoking glass pit at City Hall Upper Management, this is the Queen City Improvement Bureau. Tonight, we have a skating basement. Well, to be accurate, they came down and they found us. They said, "Hey, we've got like an HR problem, like way up. Can you fill in?" We said, "Yeah, sure." So we became city managers for several hours until they figured out their mistake and they fired us.
We're out of scope.
We were out of scope. They're like,
They could just fire us at prejudice.
yes. But then they had to hire us back on as consultants. So we proposed a conference for $1.55 million to raise events. Now, before we go on, I have to point out David did a great set. Thank you. Thank you so much. But he made a mistake. He erred. And we're not about errors. Errors? Here. If you look at your lanyard, it says the first annual Urban Optimation Conference. That's not a typo. It's optimization and automation brought to you.
Breaking paradigms.
Breaking paradigms, pushing envelopes.
Blue sky thinking.
Over to the window.
Yes, we shifted it.
Okay, I gotta run the back now for a little bit. It's crazy. Anyway, yes. So we have this, and I just want to say thank you all for showing up. We've developed our own customary AI made out of Speak and Spell, dot matrix printer, and fungus in the walls from our sub-basement. So we've come up with your names with 100% accuracy. So if you take a look, some of you are Mickles.
Some are Fennigers.
Some are Fennigers. Some are... Represent. There's Matthews. There's Oskleys. I am Hot Tintin because Mayor Baczynski couldn't show up tonight. So thank you very much. Anybody here not get a lanyard? Any non-lanyard people? Okay, one person, no lanyard, 1, 2, 3 people. Okay, so everybody with a lanyard is triple diamond tier plus. You're welcome. Give yourself a hand. Everybody without the lanyard is double gold minus 2. So, thank you. Not as big a congratulations. You're still getting all of the perks, except with the buffet later, if you could hold back. until our triple diamond